Why you're pulling away from people as you age and why it's not a crisis, but a revolution. If you found yourself thinking, "I'd rather be alone," you're not getting old, you're evolving. Millions of people over 60 are quietly rewriting the rules, saying no to noisy parties, shallow small talk, and relationships that no longer spark joy. This isn't decline, it's empowerment. But society loves to label it social isolation. Let's debunk the myths and uncover the real reasons even psychologists rarely talk about. Your brain is now a fake detector, and it's brilliant. With age, your mind becomes a master at spotting toxicity in seconds. What took months in your 30s falling for the wrong person, trusting a gossipy coworker now takes minutes. Example, Margaret, 68, a retired teacher. She once tolerated a neighbor who only complained. Now she politely interrupts, "Honey, I'm not your therapist. Let's talk about books instead." Why this is progress. You filter out emotional vampires before they drain you. Invest energy only in those ready for real connection. Guard your peace like a pro guilt-free. You've outgrown mandatory socializing, and it's liberating. Youth often screams, "Fit in, be liked." By 60 plus, you realize, I don't need 100 friends, just 2 real ones. How this works. Smaller circle. More time for grandkids, hobbies, road trips. No more gossip. 40% less stress. University of Michigan study. Embracing silence. Your brain finally processes decades of wisdom. But here's the twist. American culture worships extroverts. Your choice is a quiet rebellion, and that deserves applause. You're done being convenient, and it's a victory. 25% of seniors admit, "I'm tired of always adjusting." Does this sound familiar? Kids push you to start a TikTok instead of asking about your life. Doctors talk to you like you're 12. Old friends still rant about gas prices from 1,998. The fix isn't fighting its boundaries. "John, I appreciate your concern, but let's discuss my grandkids, not my knee pain." You treat time like gold, not greed wisdom. After 60, time stops being endless. Every hour becomes currency spent with precision. You skip mandatory lunches with ex-colleagues to teach your grandson to throw a curveball. Write your memoir. Sit silently watching cardinals at the feeder. Example, Frank, 72, former engineer from Texas. He once attended every alumni reunion. Now his Friday ritual is a 45-minute call to an old friend in Arizona. Why waste a day on empty chatter? Science backs you up. Stanford research shows adults over 65 spend 60% less time on obligatory socializing than at 40. 78% in an AARP survey said, "Saying no more after 60 made me happier." Your new rule. If a meetup doesn't bring joy, knowledge, or calm, it doesn't get a calendar slot. You guard your energy, not selfish survival. Young bodies run on adrenaline. After 60, yours warns, "Cut toxic people or I'll force you via burnout." Example, Linda, 67, California. For years, she endured a friend who mocked her old lady sweaters. On her 65th birthday, Linda declared, "Betty, stop criticizing my style or I stop answering calls." Betty chose wisely. Why this matters. Harvard studies link family conflicts to a 30% higher heart attack risk in seniors. 89% of geriatricians advise, after 70, your circle should bring peace, not chaos. Your superpower, spotting energy vampires from miles away and flipping on your invisible shield. You crave depth, not drama, growth, not laziness. At 20, you collected friends like baseball cards. At 60 plus, you're a sommelier of relationships, keeping only the rich, complex, soul-nourishing ones. Example, Susan and Tom, 70 and 73, Montana. Instead of parties, they host monthly mask-free dinners for 2 friends. Rules. No politics, no weather talk, just stories that make hearts ache or roar. Stats don't lie. Psychology Today reports 68% of seniors say 2 to 3 close friends is ideal. A UChicago study ranked solitude as the third key to happiness after health and money. Aging philosophy. 1 hour of real laughter with someone who gets you beats a week of crowd pleasing. Final truth. Your distance isn't a flaw, it's a manifesto. If you watch to the end, you're part of a quiet revolution. One where silence becomes your wisdom language. Solitude transforms into a self-discovery lab. Every no to noise is a yes to your truest self. Ask yourself, what will you remove from your social menu tomorrow? Pointless calls, obligatory birthday texts to distant cousins, or maybe stop enduring someone who stopped listening years ago. Remember, after 60, your right isn't to be easy, it's to be you. Even if that means sipping coffee alone on the porch while others scramble to please everyone. If any part of this hit home, comment choice. It's the code word for those aging rebelliously. Hit subscribe if you believe the golden years aren't about sunset but a new dawn. Your support helps us create content for those choosing courage over conformity.